Oh, hey there, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the triumphant return of chatting with Doug. He's returned to us all.
Yeah.
He's returned to us.
Triumphant-ish. Triumph-ish. I'll say that.
Yes, all right, sure, fine. But we're just glad you're back, Doug.
It's good to be back. Good to see you, read y'all. It's really nice.
Thank you for this level 3 hype train, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You're amazing. We have quite the influx of bits coming in. I think people were just waiting. They've been missing you, Doug. You know, they've been waiting.
I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much.
So I'm gonna get to the rules just in case we've all forgotten them, because it has been almost 3 weeks. You know, maybe we've forgotten how to act in chat. Okay, so let's go over those rules. First and foremost, we give priority to bit messages, since that is some real world money spent towards the end of stream. It is possible that we will get to highlighted questions, but please do save your highlighting for the end of stream. If you do it now, I will not be able to scroll back up and see it. Also, highlighting a question does not guarantee that we are going to see it or read it. Please do not repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. We do get behind on bit messages, sometimes up to an hour, so there isn't a reason to repeat your bit messages. It is very, very rare that we actually miss a bit message. So just have some patience. We can be up to an hour behind. We'll get to it. There's no need to repeat it. Feel bad if you spend money to say a question that we just had some patience. You know, that's all. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the less likely it is that we have time to repeat it, and we'll just lose the point. So short and to the point is better. This does also apply to parts. If you have to split your message into multiple parts, please limit yourself to like 3 max if absolutely necessary. Again, the same kind of thing happens where we just lose the point and it just becomes redundant, and it's better to keep it short and to the point, okay? No spoilers, please. Doug has not been on the internet in like 3 months, okay? No, just kidding. So he hasn't seen all the latest and greatest. So no spoilers, please, even though I don't know how much there really is out there to spoil at the moment, but just no spoilers.
I'm catching up on a lot of stuff, but yeah, there's 1 or 2 things I still haven't seen, but I've caught up on a lot of the stuff I wanted to catch up on.
Yeah.
But not all of it, so please, still no spoilers. Think of everyone else.
Exactly. Please check to see if someone else has already asked the question that you have asked. You're not going to get in trouble for this one. We just feel bad if you're like the 4th person to ask Doug what he thought of the new Ghostbusters trailer, and we have to kind of just breeze through your answer. That could have been bits that you could have spent on a question, a real question that we could have answered. So maybe just check that out. Okay? Great. I think that's it.
Alrighty.
I think I've done it.
Alrighty.
All right. Great. Sorry, that Disney nerd. I saw something and then my brain went crazy. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Prince Dougie, fabulous he, Dougie a Bobwa. Hello, Heather. How was your vacation, Doug?
Good, very relaxed. Definitely needed. It was very, very nice. I like you did the last review when I was here, so I like that using the latter one. That makes sense. No, I had a real good time. We went to Palm Springs and then dropped by San Diego. My wife has family out there, and had a really, really good time. Just very relaxed. Did a lot of trails. Went to the beach. Saw a lot of cool sights. I really enjoyed it.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Rick and Morty season 7 is now streaming on Max. Have you watched it yet? And if so, what do you think?
I've seen the first episode. Yeah, I really liked it so far. I like it was, like not really coming back to any of the continuing story or anything. It's just kind of a bullshitty, one. They give it, what's his name, Mr. Poopy Butthole, like this big focus, which is pretty funny. In the first episode, the cold open, as they said. So yeah, no, it's only 1 episode I've seen so far, but I've really enjoyed it.
Elite Gamer, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello there, Heather, and is that Doug? Oh, I see you leave for 2 weeks and expect us to be, welcome back. Well, you know what? Welcome back. Hope you had a great vacation. Quick question, have you had a chance on your vacation to see Has-Been Hotel? I've seen every episode so far. I'm loving it. Seriously, though, welcome back. Glad you had some time off. You deserve it.
Not yet. I've tried to catch up on a lot of stuff. That is one of those on the list. I'll get to it I'm gonna try and pick up boxing again probably next week because my fatigue is doing a lot better. So when I start doing that, I always have like something on while I'm boxing. So I'll probably just marathon that show then. I'm looking forward to it though.
Connor Davenport, thank you for the 100 bits. When you inevitably decide to retire from making videos regularly, have you considered passing the torch to someone else to take over as the nostalgia critic? For the record, my schedule is open and I work dirt cheap.
Well, you got the job. No, probably not. I'll probably keel off the NC before I stop doing videos before I retire. That I don't know. There's so. I mean, just giving your thoughts on something in video form and stuff. I mean, without doing like a ton of intensive editing or getting a cast in or anything like that. Um, I don't know. That'll be hard to give up. That'll be, even if I'm like, okay, I can retire now and stuff like that. I'll probably still I think I'll still like doing something like this in some way or another, some shape or form. And either that or drawing. One of those two. It's like because I was an illustrator before this, so one of those two I'll keep doing. I think because I don't know. I like to create stuff, even if it's shit. I love creating it.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, welcome back. We've missed you. How was your vacation? Is the brain fog and fatigue going away?
It's a lot better. I was saying where it used to be like, is this going to last like 5 hours or 5 days kind of thing? Now it's like, is it going to last 5 seconds or 5 minutes? And honestly, the past maybe 3-4 days, I haven't gotten it at all, which is really, really good. So yeah, I'm really, I mean, I've said it before, but I'm really hoping it's on its way out. And even if it's not, I feel like it's manageable by this point. So I should be getting back to doing like, at the very, excuse me, at the very least, like 2 videos a week now, including the NC. So yeah, look forward to more of that.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the film Witness for the Prosecution?
I don't know if I know that one. Let me know. Witness for the Prosecution. Sounds like an older film. It is. When is 1957? Oh, I haven't seen this. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm sure it's great, but Charles Lawton is a big name, but I have not seen this. Sorry.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the film Anatomy of a Murder with Jimmy Stewart?
I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. Let me look it up again. Hold on. Anatomy of a Murder, right?
Yeah, Anatomy of a Murder with Jimmy Stewart.
Is that the Hitchcock do that one? Let me see. 59. No! I have seen this one. I always thought this was Hitchcock. Holy shit. I'm sorry, it's kind of an eye-opener to me. Like, even like the poster, I just thought that was like a very Hitchcock poster. It's very, very good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I really, really like it. And I remember it being, like kind of had me like, I mean, I did see it when I was younger, but I do remember it was one of those movies where I was kind of guessing a little bit what was going to happen, and I like that. And Stewart was really great. I mean, he's great and everything. So I have to rewatch it again. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember really liking it.
Oiram, thank you for the 11-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Hey, Doug, watched your Three Ninjas review again. Just wanted to let you know that cake was shorthand for piece of cake, as in it's going to be easy.
Yeah, it's funny because there's always jokes you look back on and say, oh man, was that the right direction? Was that not the right direction? That's one of those where I remember I wanted just like a big moment in this review because I sort of had these little trademarks in the reviews at the time. I'm like, well, that's going to be the big crazy moment where I just obsess over something, and it just didn't work. I was thinking to myself, they probably mean piece of cake, but I'm just going to turn this into a routine, make the character like really dumb and obsess over this and everything, and it just didn't work. So yeah, that was my assumption, but for comedy, I tried taking a different direction, and like I said, it just didn't work.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. Thoughts on Has Been Hotel so far?
I haven't seen it yet. I think probably next week I'll finally have time to start watching. I'm really excited to watch it, but I haven't had a chance yet.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you manage to check out any new movies like Wonka, Migration, or something else?
I'm trying to think any newer ones. I'm trying to think. Does Boy in the Heron count? I saw that. I mean, I guess that was December. Holdovers I finally saw, which was very, very good. I'm sure there's like one or two. I just finished editing a video that was like a catch-up video of all the movies and shows I wasn't able to talk about last year. So you'll see a lot of them in there.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Top 3 favorite George C. Scott performances.
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like Patton's got to be in there, obviously. I really like him in the remake of 12 Angry Men. I thought he was really good in that. And I have a soft spot for Christmas Carol, his Scrooge. I mean, just him and Alistair Sim are like right here. You know what I mean? Like just the two best. It's really hard for me to choose. But when I think of Scrooge, when I think about how would Scrooge say these lines and stuff like that, I do lean more towards George C. Scott.
I know, guys, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you manage to check out the TED show? Not gonna lie, it's fucking hilarious. But also, did you see the first 6 episodes of Has Been Hotel? And if so, thoughts? Keep in mind the season finale of Has Been comes out tomorrow.
No, not yet. I'm gonna try. Well, okay, so that'll be nice when I actually watch it next week. I'll be able to marathon all the shows, so that's nice. But no, I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't seen Ted yet. I'm hearing the same thing. I'm hearing it's pretty good. For a show a lot of people are saying probably doesn't need to exist. They're all saying like, yeah, this is actually pretty well put together.
Connor Davenport, thank you for the 100 bits. Will the Channel Awesome crew be attending C2E2 in April? If you can't due to shingles fatigue, I totally understand.
No, we are.
Yep.
I literally just filled out the paperwork, all that stuff. So yeah, and we will also be Midwest Gaming Classic. That is also in April. I think it's early April.
Yes,
I
it's
think
the
so.
first weekend of April.
Check that out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of the most recent Bob's Burgers episode where Teddy gets locked in a bunker?
Oh, I thought that was pretty funny. It's kind of fun when you're watching them try to put something together and you figure out what it's going to be like, if I was in that situation, I tried doing that. And then they do your idea. There's always something exciting about that because you have to think a little. It was the driving and listening to the song thing. No, I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny. Anything with Teddy is probably going to make me laugh.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi there, Doug. Have you seen Hayao Miyazaki's new movie, The Boy and the Heron, yet? And if you did, what are your thoughts?
I liked it. That's another one where I did in the little catch-up video. It's probably going to air either tomorrow or the next day. It's almost a 4-star movie. I would have totally given this like 4 out of 4, like one of Miyazaki's best, if they didn't explain stuff at the end. I like it was going more abstract. It reminded me of the movie Wild Strawberries a little bit in terms of like, well, what exactly does this mean? What does this character represent? Who's this character in connection? Could it be this person? Could it be that? And there's strong hints, but it wasn't straight up giving it away. It was in a world where you don't have to give it away. And then they just say who everybody is at the end. I'm like, no, shut up, because then it doesn't work because a lot of these characters don't even have much screen time together. They're like crying over missing them or leaving them. And I'm like, but we didn't even see you two together. What the fuck? So that took it down a little bit for me, but it's still a very, very good film. And when he does his next final movie, I love to see him dive more into that abstract world. And you don't have to hold our hand at the end. Just let us read a couple different things into it. But I greatly enjoyed it.
Theater grad, thank you for the 100 bits. I know how big of a Haunted Mansion fan you are. Did you hear that Guillermo del Toro has a room in the house themed to the ride? There's tons of pics on it in Google. It's stunning.
Was it a room?
A Haunted Mansion room that Guillermo del Toro has.
Oh, that's God, that's so funny. My wife and I were almost talking about doing that, just having a room dedicated to like a Haunted Mansion merch, because we would just randomly buy it anytime we see like a Haunted Mansion something. We would buy it because we do like the ride a lot, and we never did. But you know what? Knowing that Guillermo del Toro did that, it's pretty cool. That gives me hope in humanity.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the movie Slapshot with Paul Newman?
Oh, I haven't even heard of that one. I'm not even gonna look that up. I never even heard of that one.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, did you see the new trailer for Netflix Avatar? It was phenomenal. I have so much more hope now.
Yeah, it's interesting. It does look good. I'm not gonna say it doesn't look good. I think this is one. It made me realize with certain films coming out, both with like Marvel films and superhero films and stuff like that. I think we've gotten so used to kind of CG effects and it just naturally being worked into everything that I saw that trailer. I'm like, this looks good. This looks fine. I'm not crazy excited for it though, because I think the spectacle is starting to be taken out a little bit because we're just so used to seeing this stuff and it's not as impressive. So like something has to try really hard to stand out a lot more because we are getting just so much more media and so much more stuff all
Mhm.
over the place, which
Mhm.
has pros and cons to it. So it does look good. I don't want to say it doesn't look good. It does, but in terms of like, I feel like that special feeling when you saw the first run of Avatar, because again, that's all hand drawn, and you know the effort that goes into it. You can create whatever you want, the different style and stuff like that. But when it's already in reality and it has to kind of look realistic, that doesn't do much for me unless it goes truly fantastical like One Piece did.
Mhm.
That like blew my mind. So that's not saying it's not gonna be a good show. I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope it's good. I hope it's fine. But yeah, I didn't quite get the super excitement to it. It was more just like, oh good, this looks competently done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know it, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. You know what would make for a great review? There's an animated YouTube film called Our Drawings, and it's horrendous. I know you don't usually do YouTube stuff, but the creator of this film is basically YouTube's Steven Seagal. He claims that his film is better than what Disney and Pixar makes when it's actually the worst animated film that I've ever seen.
How do you spell the R? Is it just R?
OUR. Like
Ah,
hour.
okay,
Sorry.
there we go.
Hour.
Our Giants. There it is. Huh. Looks bad. Oh, this looks pretty fun bad. I might check that out.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Only Yesterday, 1991? And if so, what are your thoughts?
That's the Miyazaki one, right? Or I mean not Miyazaki, Ghibli, right? Let me see. Oh yes, oh
Okay.
love this film. This is a wonderful film. And it's so funny because when Disney was releasing all the Ghibli stuff, this one they handed off to someone else because they talk about periods in it, and it's like such a ridiculous reason to pass it off.
Yeah.
With that said, that's not the most inventive way they got around something. The was it the not porcupine? What the hell? The raccoon one, which I'm blanking on. But
Porco Rosso?
Porco Rosso's the pig
no,
one.
that's the pig, Heather.
Yeah, no, that because I almost said the same
That's
thing.
yeah. As soon as it
Yeah.
came out of my mouth, I was like, "That's wrong."
But literally,
Pompoko. Thank you, Chad.
literally, one of the things in there is that the raccoons, I'm not making this up, use their testicles to fight.
Yeah.
They literally grow them really big, and that's just part of the culture of like the myth of raccoons and fantasy and stuff like that. And the way they got around it in the Disney version, I was very impressed by this. They call it the raccoon pouch. I thought that
Amazing.
was pretty clever. I thought that was pretty inventive.
Yeah.
But no, if you have not seen Only Yesterday, definitely see it. The Japanese dub and the American dub are very well done.
I know it, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the musical known as How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying? Honestly, like the 95 version of this musical the most. Yes, the one with Matthew Broderick.
It's fine. I heard that title. I know nothing else about it. I didn't even know it was a musical.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I definitely heard that title, but no, I've never seen it. You've given me something to check out. Okay.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. If one actor had a huge crossover with all of their iconic characters appearing together for a team up, which actor would you choose?
Man, it'd have to be someone that really has like a crazy fun range, and maybe
I would choose Keanu Reeves.
half of them are gonna be the same. Though.
I know, but
Come on,
that's amazing.
I just think of a ton of Keanu Reeves. Maybe Johnny Depp would be fun. Rosa Salazar, I think, would have some really cool character lineup. She does a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's others. Depp, I feel like he's just the right amount of over the top and picks just the right amount of weird characters, and he wants everything to be different when he tackles it. So I think that would sort of be the most fun to see these characters get together.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Ocean Waves 1993? And if so, what are your thoughts?
I hadn't heard of that one. No. Try to check it out.
Duck Goes Moo, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I know it, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you manage to check out the trailers for Despicable Me 4, Monkey Man, or the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? And if so, thoughts?
Yeah, the latter, the Guy Ritchie one, that has to be fiction. I know they're saying it's a true story, but they're the same way the Amityville Horror is a true story, The Conjuring's a true story. Like, it's going to be bunk, but that's fine. It looks like it's going to be fun. Monkey Man looked awesome, man. That looked really fucking cool. I'm excited for that. And Despicable Me Before just looks like Despicable Me 4. It just looks like exactly what you'd expect. Not good, not bad, just Despicable Me for.
At movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you get a chance to see the re release of Soul on the big screen? They are also doing Turning Red and Luca soon.
Luca, I'd like to see.
Oh,
I bet that'd be
yeah.
really cool. I did hear about that. That is one I want to check out. Um, Turning Red, I wish I could just watch the last third on the big screen like that. I'd be down for. No, I didn't see Soul on the big screen. You know what? I really like that movie. Enjoyed it a great deal. I don't know if it's one that like demands to be seen on the big screen, but
Mm.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I see it on there, it totally change it. But yeah, I definitely want to check out Luca.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, since January is officially over, I assume we won't be getting an NC for the borrowers anytime soon. Sigh.
Yeah, but there is another one that people have asked me for a while. I literally just shot today, and and I liked it. I was expecting not to like it, but I had a good time. You'll have to wait and see what it is, but it's pretty funny.
I know, guys, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think you could review either Dougal, Hoodwinked 2, or Big Fish in the future?
What a weird comp. I get Dougal and Hoodwink too. I hear they're not supposed to be good, but Big Fish, how random. Um, Maybe Hoodwink too, just because I did the first one. I hear the
Mm.
second one's really bad. Um, and Big Fish is good. I don't think I have a ton to say about it. I never have seen Dougal. I have to check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. If you could give one of these shows a third season, which one would you pick? Sonic Sat AM or The Spectacular Spider Man?
Oh, it's gotta be Spider-Man. I do really like Sonic a lot, but Spectacular Spider-Man really was spectacular. And there was a plan that to do that for like whatever, like 5 seasons or whatever it was. Uh, and I feel like I don't know. Between those two, I want to know what happens in Spectacular Spider-Man more.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, is there a person you're kind of tired of seeing? For me, it's Aquafina. I've been seeing, or rather hearing her in a lot of movies recently, and she's been kind of doing the same shtick now. She's kind of like Patrick Warburton when he was in every other animated movie almost a decade back.
Um, I see that. She doesn't bother me. When she's funny, I think she's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think who's someone. I feel like that happened more like kind of in the early 2000s, sort of the Seth Rogen effect, where people didn't dislike Seth Rogen; they're just sick of seeing him everywhere. Um, Let's see. Patton Oswalt a little bit, though he's kind of toning down. I think I'm saying that because I just saw him in the new Ghostbusters. He's not even awful. I'm just sick of seeing him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's others,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm bothered by less things, I guess.
I knew guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you manage to check out Speed Racer without having a headache? I'm not going to lie. This is probably my favorite anime adaptation aside from One Piece.
I try, man. I don't. I semi follow the love for it because it is so crazy ambitious and is so unapologetic for what it is, and I do respect that. It's not my thing. I did watch it again a long time ago. I did review with Bet the Sage. We did a crossover, and I watched it again. And there is stuff to admire about it, but man, it's just so dumb, and it's so loud, and it's so annoying, and it's just not my thing. But at the same time, like the movie I was talking about, that's going to come out not next week but the week after, a lot of critics said the same thing about it, and it got a following, and it's like, and I'm part of that following now. I love it. I think it's hilarious. So I think everyone's just going to have a different tolerance for certain things.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen When Marnie Was There 2014? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Oh wait, 2014? I don't think I know that one. Oh no, yes I
I was
do.
going to say, I can only think of one When Marnie Was There.
I'm sorry, because there's another. It's the night of confusing stuff for Hitchcock movies. I'm blanking another one. It's like Marty or something like that. I can't remember, but no, I did. I liked it. It's another one of those where I can't say it's like one of Ghibli's best or anything, but it was still very nice. Took its time. It had a real elegant feel to it. I enjoyed it.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, can we get a clue for next week's NC review, please?
It is a top 11 list, which I haven't
Ooh.
done in a while. It's one I've thought about for a little bit. It is one of those I'm like, I don't know how this is going to do, but I did it before I left on vacation. So I'm like, I can do this quickly. I do want to talk about it. I think it's interesting. So we'll see how it goes over.
Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I love the movies everyone disagrees with you on panels you do, but I was wondering, what is the most surprising answer you've ever received during said panel? Also, saw The Holdovers last night and enjoyed Paul Giamatti masterclass performance.
I agree. He's always so good. I'm trying to think of one where I legit got. One person said Hidden Figures, and I was like, really? That's a pretty solid movie, and he didn't hate it. I think he said he just found it. I forget what he said. He found it a little dull. It didn't help that Andre Meadows was there on the panel too, so he kind of took that one about why it's so good, and he explained it very, very well. But like, yeah, the idea of that panel is to kind of see eye to eye, find out more about the person. It's not about shoving your point of view or shoving your opinion like you have to agree with me thing, and that's why I like doing those panels. I like hearing other people and that, I like sharing our thoughts too. I thought Andre did that great. So it's a very fun panel, and we're gonna do it again. Or at least I submitted the panel to do again at C2E2. So hopefully we'll have it again there.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello and welcome back, Doug and Chaplin. If he's present, will you be doing a worst of 2023 video, or is there too much going on?
There's too much going on. Honestly, I feel like I don't see enough to do like a worst of 2023, unless it's like just a spectacularly bad year, which a lot of films did perform very badly. But in terms of like, are these like god awful films? Not most of them. They're either just underwhelming or mid, kind of thing. But yeah, I haven't done one in a long, long time. I think the fatigue did take me out a lot too in terms of seeing movies, so probably not.
Oi Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. What is the better love story, De Niro and Scorsese or DiCaprio and Scorsese?
Okay, well, I'm talking about better team ups in terms of like quality. I gotta say De Niro and Scorsese, but in terms of love, clearly DiCaprio and Scorsese. Come on, they're like this, man.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Earwig and the Witch 2020? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, I heard it's
haven't
not good.
either. Yeah.
I hear they were trying something different with the CGI and it didn't work. Now they could be wrong. I mean, maybe I could see it and really love it, but I get the feeling they're right.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you guys watch Has Been Hotel on Amazon Prime? It's a bit of a musical, and personally, I don't care for those. That being said, the singers are great, and the pilot, Adam the First Man, has a rock ballad that's incredible.
Not yet. I do really want to see it. I'm going to catch up on it probably next week when I hopefully take up boxing again, which will be nice. I usually watch stuff in the morning when I box. So hopefully I'll be caught up then.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. I heard they're working on a new Jurassic Park movie with a new cast. They better not muck it up this time.
Is it that hard to make dinosaurs in modern day interesting? I don't know how they keep fucking this up. They had one spectacular movie, and maybe that's it. Maybe they just got all out in that first one. They just did it so perfect you can't match it. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of incompetence. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of these should be very straightforward, very easy to make, entertaining, and they usually get like one thing right and then everything else wrong. So it's very weird. I hope they do it well, but yeah, it's weird they've messed up this many times.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen My Fair Lady 1964? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
It's not one of those where it's like I watch it over and over. I did have a girlfriend at the time that watched it a lot, so I am more familiar with the songs than I should.
I love that.
But it's good. I love showing that whenever I talk about comparing singers and non-singers. I love using the original track of Audrey Hepburn singing and the dubbed one. And you play them back to back. Like the dubbed one's clearly better sung, but the other's kind of a better performance, and it's so interesting playing those back to back. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I will say I feel like other versions of the stage show do the ending better, because when I saw it, I was kind of like, oh, that's it? What's that about? And I think I had to be a little older to kind of get what they were doing. Oh, the men and women, what they ever learned, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen stage versions that handle that smarter and better. And they don't change the line, but they play with it better, I feel like.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. You mentioned previously how you plan on talking about Proud Family for this year's Disney-December, and let me tell you, it's as bonkers as the movie. Without giving too much away, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the episode where Al Roker is a wizard and voices himself.
All right, that sounds pretty funny. That's so funny because a lot of people told me the opposite. They said the movie really goes out there more than the show does. Like the show can be weird, but it's mostly like it's like Goof Troop. It's like a suburban show,
Yeah,
kind
I
of
would
thing.
lean more towards that for Proud Family.
Yeah. But with that said, I mean, Goof Troop is also about talking dogs and stuff like that in suburbia. I mean, that's gonna get weird too. So I guess it's subjective. Yeah. Hopefully, I can get around to that because I know there's quite a few seasons. So hopefully I can.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. If you haven't seen the show, Has Been Hotel, I recommend giving it a watch. We watched it for Heather's 6-year anniversary stream, and I've been hooked ever since. The final 2 episodes of the season drop tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you watched it?
I watched 2 episodes. I watched 3. I've watched 3 episodes now, so that's it.
Did you like it? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm loving it.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'm excited to check it out. It's one of the few things where when I got back, I'm like, okay, I don't have time now, but I look forward to finally watching it. And like I said, it'll probably be next week.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. What Mae Whitman character do you like more, Amity or Katara?
I forgot. That is the same actress, isn't it? I like Amity. I think there's a little bit more going on with that character. There's definitely an arc to her, which is not to say there isn't one for Katara. There's just much more of one with Amity. Yeah, Katara's a great character, but I think Amity's a lot more interesting.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. I have 2 facts for you about Aladdin that you probably didn't know. 1, Jafar's design was based off of Maleficent's, and 2, whenever Aladdin lies in his prince guise, the feathers in his hat droops over his face.
I was just noticing that. That's so funny because I was watching the movie and I did notice the feather kind of flop over, and sometimes it was like that, and other times it was kind of slicked back. And as it, some of the draws, I was thinking like, I wonder how they decided that. When is it slicked back? When is it not? And so that makes a lot more sense. That's really cool.
Zircon, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, good news. Good Burger 2 got a Blu-ray release. Hopefully now you can review it. Also, I thought you said you were reviewing Kung Pao this month.
Maybe not this month, but maybe some clues were dropped a little earlier. With that said, I will try to check out Good Burger 2. It'll give me an excuse to watch it because actually I do want to see it. I do have a theory that I don't think you can screw it up. I think it's going to be good no matter what because it does have the goodwill behind it. Just these actors return. Like I say, you could literally have those exact same actors come back and say line for line the exact same thing, and it would be funny. Just the fact that it's them coming back to do it again in that specific, that very specific style that's not good, but is kind of funny now for a kind of how silly and lame it is. I get a feeling it's going to be good.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Dumb Money? I almost read it as Dumb Monkey. Dumb Money 2023, and if so, what are your thoughts?
No, not yet. I've seen so many documentaries on it. I kind of feel like I know the story well enough, and everyone that's seen it has kind of said the same thing. Like, if you see a documentary, you're fine. It's kind of the better way to see it. It's not bad, but it's just like see a documentary on it, and I have, so I might see at some point, but I'm not, in a hurry to.
Blake the Nothing, thank you so much for that 32-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Blackberry 2023? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yes, there's one thing that really distracted me from it, or I wish they explained a little bit more because it says at the beginning the story is fiction. And I'm watching it like, well, this is being told like it's true, like it's very, very true. Like this is a standard true story. So I looked it up and they said the bullet points of what happened is true, but the personalities, they couldn't get interviews with the people because they didn't want to be in it. So they made up the personalities, which is very odd. But the funny thing about the guy that's portrayed the harshest, I mean, the biggest asshole in the movie, he's the only one who went to go see it out of the people portrayed. He said he laughed his ass off and said, "Oh, it's a parody." And he's telling the other people didn't go see it. The other people, and he's like, they're having a joke on us. They're just having fun. Like he was the most even tempered about it. So he's either a really good liar, which could be, or the movie really is just acknowledging, yeah, we didn't know what to do, but we liked the story, so we just completely made up the personalities.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Last Tuesday night, I finished watching the series Adventure Time. I had been working my way through since near the end of November, and with the finale, it nearly had me cry.
Yeah, so that is one of those I sadly couldn't, because there are so many damn episodes. I got about halfway through it. We were doing a vlog series of it, and I just got too busy. When it got to the finale, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna read what happens. And it sounds right. It sounds, like that was the right route to go and everything. But yeah, I just, there were just too damn many. I couldn't find the time to watch it. I half did the same thing with Steven Universe. I read the second half of what happened in the show, but then I did watch the epilogue series, which I greatly enjoyed. I like that a lot. So yeah, it is what I feel bad, because I always talk about Adventure Time and Steven Universe, just these groundbreaking shows. They're amazing. We're going to talk about them years from now, and I still haven't seen all of them, but I do know what happens in them.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. I heard She-Hulk might not get another season. I reacted the same way you did to Johnny Cage dying in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I'm half and half on it, because I didn't get into that first season, but I saw what it could be. Like, there just needs to be a few tweaks, and I feel like it could be a really, really good show. So I would have given it another chance, honestly, even though I feel like it didn't really give me what I was looking for. The stuff that was good was so smart and so clever and so different than what was in the MCU, that I would have liked to have seen. I would like to see what they would have done, like get She-Hulk and Deadpool together now that they're going to be in the same universe. So even though, like I said, when it was bad, it was really bad for me. I would have given it another shot. I would have. I think it deserved another chance.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I have no idea what your watch list schedule is like, but if there is any possibility, would awesome for you to get caught up on The Chosen since season 4 starts tomorrow.
It's gonna be a while. I gotta watch Hazbin Hotel. Clearly, I've heard good things about it. It's gonna be a while though, man. Like I said, I'm catching up on a lot of stuff. I mean, Hazbin Hotel, I'm just watching for me. I still have to start watching the stuff for Disney December now too. The shows for that.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Welcome back to Pop Quiz Hotshot. Kurt Russell played the same character in 3 Disney movies. Can you name that character? 100 bits for first name, 300 for first and last.
Hold on, Kurt Russell. I mean, he was in a lot of Disney movies.
The same character in 3
The
Disney
same
movies.
character. Was it like the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes movies or something? Like, I thought there's only one of those. Man, unless it's a newer one, which I don't think he did. I don't know. I'm blank. I'll take a guess and say that the movie might be The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, but maybe they did sequels to that. But I am not sure. I don't know the name of the character, and I could be wrong about that too.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Didn't give me the option to leave a message with that sub. Anyway, where's the beard?
It's right here. What are you talking about? I literally just shaved it today. I did shoot a few things with it. The catch-up video, you'll see the whole beard in there. The sponsorship for the next NC, it's in there. Yeah, that's the 2 things I always do when I go on a trip. I grow a beard and I put on weight every single time.
We told you should have kept it. We saw Doug on Tuesday and we were like, it looks good, buddy.
It's a part of it is just playing the NC. It's like I want some continuity because I did get rid of like the hair and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of an OCD thing, but I think the tier thing too. I did get in the outfit and see how it looked with the full beard. It still didn't look right. It's the same thing with the glasses. I don't wear glasses anymore, but it doesn't look right without the glasses. So yeah, it just, to me, it still doesn't look right. When I kill off the NC, then maybe I'll grow a full beard. It's also a little itchy every single time I get it.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Doug, have you ever considered bringing back Douchey McNitpick or replacing him with a new character who despises the nostalgia critic for all the mistakes he's done? Too disrespectful towards others' opinions, finds his humor unfunny and unintentionally stupid, and sees him as a bad amateur critic.
Well, that's just the internet. You'll need YouTube for that. No, no. Honestly, the big reason I stopped that character is just because I really started hating doing him. I was getting annoyed with the voice, and the wig has to go through the glasses, like over the eyes and through the glasses. That's part of it, and I just hate. I kept having to spit it out. I hate that I couldn't see from it. That the hair. I still have that feeling. The hair in front of my eyes, like in my brain, and I don't like it. So yeah, it's one of the reasons I got rid of him. And in terms of like a character like that, I mean, sometimes Hyper serves a little bit as that character. So I'm not saying she's a total replacement, but if I need that voice for an episode or kind of that take, I'll usually use her.
On a Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. I was watching your top Tom and Jerry episodes and it unlocked a memory. I forgot how much I liked Mice Follies as a kid for the reasons you mentioned.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I mean, I grew up with all those episodes and everything. It was so bizarre seeing that one because I grew up with the VHS where it's the white girl who owns the house, says Thomas and everything, but like clearly has a black woman's voice, and like it's very very bizarre. Wish I knew where that copy was because I don't know. It's got to be a collector's item now.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you brought up at the first Lego Star Wars stream, how the music for the end of Phantom Menace sounds too cheery, but what you don't know is that it's a rearranged version of the Emperor's theme the children sing. John Williams is a freaking genius for that music move, so even though it seems like a happy occasion, there is underlying darkness.
Somebody, maybe it was you, I don't know. Somebody brought it up in that stream, and it blew my fucking mind. I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to it, I'm like, it is? What the hell? Like, because when that movie came out, I did listen to that soundtrack quite a bit. I like John Williams and mainly it was Duel of the Fates. I listened to that over and over. But yeah, and I heard that I was just like, ugh, I don't like this. And somebody told me that on the stream, and I was just, I'm with you. That's an ingenious move. Absolutely.
I know, guys, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think you could review Jonah, a VeggieTales movie? Honestly, VeggieTales is the best when it comes to religion.
Everybody tells me
It's
that, and
so
I
wholesome.
I believe them. I totally believe. I've known diehard atheists that are like, the VeggieTales is pretty fucking great. I have to check it out at some point. As you've seen, even through the stream, there's so many things I have to catch up on. And I don't know how to work it in for work. Sometimes that's how I work it in, is that I just make it a movie I have to review or something, but I don't know. I feel like I would have to know about VeggieTales when talking about it. I have to have some frame of reference, and I don't. But I believe everybody when they say it's very, very good.
Demonaires, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, what are your thoughts on the Oscar nominations? Is there anyone or a movie who you think got snubbed?
I have to look through them again. Top of my head. Okay, so this is not a snub. I don't know if I get America Ferrera being nominated for Barbie. I think Ryan Gosling being nominated is a little weird, but everybody said, no, he's got to get a nomination. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's good. It's fine, but yeah, the diehard love, I'm not sure I saw that, but, Oscar worthy, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but, yeah, so when everyone's like, I can't believe Margot Robbie got nominated, I'm like, I can't believe America Ferrera did get nominated. And like, that was the biggest problem with that movie, I think, is that character was not fleshed out enough, because everyone said, well, Barbie's supposed to be the representation of like someone else. She is literally a plaything. It's like, okay, then develop her a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's not bad in the movie, but just like best actress, I think that's bizarre.
I'm a little sad that TMNT didn't get a Best Animated Picture nod.
Oh, that's true. It
Yeah.
didn't. Oh, that is a little weird. Did Wish get nominated?
I don't remember.
If that got nominated over Mayhem, then that is bullshit.
No, all right. Demonair says no in chat.
all right. Then, you know what? That gives me a little hope that they didn't even nominate Wish. That's pretty cool.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. By the way, Has-Been Hotel writers are impressive here. Great example of how to do smart comedy rather than rely on fart jokes. They have Adam, the first man, eating his favorite food, ribs, and the joke was subtle. Also, because of your insight on animated character movement needing to be unique, I often look out for that. The show does it well.
That is a really good joke.
That's a good joke.
That's a great joke. Shit. I want to see this. God damn it. I don't want to wait a week. I want to see it now. Yeah, no, I will. This isn't something I'm going to like put off and say, I'll get to it. Like, I really will. I'm planning to watch it next week.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Disney Renaissance checklist. Little Mermaid, Aladdin, The Lion King, Hunchback, Mulan, and Tarzan. Check. Now all you gotta do is Rescuers Down Under, Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, and why does it look like Vegas? That was my best impression, I'm sorry.
No, it's pretty authentic. It's pretty good. Honestly, it's better than my impression now too, because I can't get as high pitch as I used to. No, that is the plan. We do want to finish them out. The only one where I'm like, all right, I have to do that in January is probably Rescuers Down Under, because I love that movie. Nobody's gonna watch that review. I know they're not gonna watch it, so I'll space out where I know they're gonna watch like Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast, definitely Hercules. They'll watch that.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. I think I figured out a way to fix your main problem with Roger Rabbit since we know who the villain is. Just change the title from Who Framed Roger Rabbit to Why Frame Roger Rabbit.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's true. The mystery isn't as much who as much as why. That's very that's very true. I don't know if it's like a major problem. I think it was more they were framing it like who done it, and it's very obvious. But I'm kind of with you. They should have done and I guess they do kind of the Columbo thing of how's it going to be discovered and stuff like that.
On a Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. I used my medicinal marijuana and watched The Princess and the Frog, and I totally agree. The female friend had the best reaction to animation, and it wasn't that much fun watching them as frogs.
Yeah, and it's not like it's awful either, but I feel like everybody can see what just a fucking phenomenal movie this would be if they just kept, at least her human. If you want to keep Naveen a frog, that's fine. But yeah, I actually did a whole transcription about how I think they could have worked with that. Maybe go check it out.
On a Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, please sing Everything's Channel Awesome for Doug. Yes, it's just everything is awesome, but everything's channel awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the meme. Everything's channel awesome. And we didn't come up with the second part there.
Our jobs are a dream.
Ooh, there you go. I love that, Doug. Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, have you seen the song uploaded by the pilot cast of Has Been Hotel? It's a nice bittersweet love letter to their community.
No, but that sounds really cool. Like I said, I got to see the show first. I feel bad because I've seen the pilot, on YouTube, which I love. That was my introduction to like that whole team and everything, even before Hell of a Boss. But no, I haven't heard it yet. I can't wait to check it out.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. I learned recently a new reason for you to dislike Matthew Broderick. Back in the late 80s, he hit and killed a woman and her child with his car and was basically let off the hook.
Yeah, no, I know that story. I judge him as an actor. I don't know what happened with all that. I almost refuse to look more into that because it's like whatever happened, that's real world problems. You know what I mean? I'm talking about movies and acting and stuff like that. And sometimes I do cross over. Like I'm gonna make Cosby jokes, clearly. But yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, and people do make jokes about it. And it's like, yeah, it happened and everything. But I'm just like, I so don't know much about it. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to know much about it. That I don't look that deep into it. I don't really do jokes about it because he wants me to judge when somebody's acting, they want me to judge their acting. So that's what I want to keep it to.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. The Ghost and Molly McGee has officially concluded. It was very emotional and charming. Please check it out for Disney-cember. Plus, it would make a fun drinking game for when the characters hug all the time.
Yeah, I will. That's one of those I have on the list. That'll probably be after Has Been Hotel. That'll probably be the first show I check out actually for Disney-cember. So I'm on it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, after Doug's review of a film or show, what errors in whatever you're watching you can't help but notice since then? I don't know if I've ever had a review or a comment or something from Doug that then makes me be like, oh yeah, Doug's right, that is wrong, or that is an error in whatever this show is. Because I feel like a lot of the times we have similar views anyway, and when we don't, it's kind of like,
Yeah, there's definitely not like our friendship is over.
Right.
Again, I like talking about it. I like that's one of the reasons we do the movies everyone disagrees with me on panel. You do find out more about a person. I don't think any of us or get the fisticuffs going or anything. Right. Like we legit like talking about it.
Right. Or even like if he's saying something about a movie that I like that's a little critical, I might be like, I mean, you're not wrong, but also let me tell you about this.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing when you'll bring up a point of view that I'm just like, shit, that's a really good point. I didn't consider that. So yeah, I mean that's it's nice we can have a discussion.
Yeah. Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. For Doug and Heather, fuck, marry, kill. What? Okay, sorry, there's a fourth option. It threw me. Fuck, marry, kill, take on a cruise of these four awful actors: Matthew McConaughey, Mark Wahlberg, Jared Leto, and Russell Brand.
Oh, I like Mark Wahlberg. Oh, I would take him on a cruise because he shouldn't be punished by marrying me. Let's see. Fuck Matthew McConaughey. I mean, come on. Now who's left? Oh shit. No, okay, I take it back. I'll fuck Jared Leto because he's got to be into some weird shit. I would marry Matthew McConaughey because I've seen his round cons. He knows how to treat me right, and you know who I'd kill.
Demon Ayers, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, do you think you'll do a Disney-cember on 102 Dalmatians?
I always have it on the list. I haven't seen it. I probably will at some point. I don't know if it'll be this year, but I always push it back because other stuff gets in the way. And I don't know how many people are demanding that I see it, but I'm a little curious.
Sean49 Doctor, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, welcome back. While you were away, I had a birthday on January 20th. On occasion, I share with Tom Baker of Doctor Who fame. Is there anyone famous, alive, or dead that you share your birthday with?
Yeah, who was it? It was I think it was like Danny DeVito and Martin Scorsese.
Oh, wow.
I think, which I'm just like, I'll take that. I think I'm taller than both of them combined, but it's like, I'll take that.
Yeah, great. Alex the Animator, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, what's your favorite movie of 2023, and did you see all of last year's Best Picture nominees?
Probably not. I have to look at what the nominees were again, but it's my personal favorite is Across the Spider-Verse. But if I have to look at it objectively, probably a toss-up between Across the Spider-Verse and Oppenheimer. Okay. With Godzilla like a close. No.
Hell yeah, Godzilla -1. Let's go, Doug. Say it. Just say it.
But now, okay, again, personal. It probably Godzilla. But in terms of what's maybe better made, maybe Holdovers is a little better made. But that's rough. I don't know. Godzilla was really fucking good.
Theater Grad, thank you for the 100 bits. And I think maybe they just didn't realize that we were behind because it's the same comment about Haunted Mansion and Guillermo del Toro having a house in a room in his house.
Gotcha. I see you.
Yeah. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. I hope after the Suicide Squad game, we shelf this team for a while. WB really should work on a legit Justice League game because it feels like they're only pushing Batman and Suicide Squad content. At this point, they milk the cow dry. Don't feel you should give the Suicide Squad a break.
It's funny because I like the Suicide, even the movie. I don't think I dislike the movie as much as everyone else did. I can't say it worked, but I don't think I hate it as much as everyone else did. And then I liked the James Gunn one. I'm kind of with you. It's a fun team. I don't know if it has like the long lasting power that's like, oh man, we can do so much with that. I mean, you can, but I'm kind of with you. I'm already starting to get a little sick of it, even though there's not like a ton of them. But I also haven't played the game. For all I know, maybe the game will suddenly like get me interested in it again. I don't know, but I kind of agree.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the show Resident Alien?
Never even heard of it.
I haven't had a chance to see it.
Is that like a new show?
Like maybe in the last 5 years or so.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. It's got Alan Tudyk in it, right? Chet? I'm thinking of the right one. Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk.
Huh. I've never even heard of this show. It looks like fun. Yeah, Alan Tudyk is it? This looks like a really fun show.
About it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Mork and Mindy?
I like it for what it is. It is one of those I kind of feel like you have to be in the right mindset for it. If not, it can be kind of annoying. But I don't know. I saw it when I was a kid, so that helped.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very good. I mean, Williams is good at this in general. Just sort of bringing out that inner silly. Like, I don't know. It kind of reminds you like when you're a kid and just some really funny adult or a clown or something's going to come in and just be really fast and really funny and just like, like tickle you with words, you know what I mean? And silliness. If you're in that mindset, it's a very fun show. If you're like, I want some good, smart humor, it's not that.
Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I know you don't give a damn about the Academy Awards, but did you at least watch the nomination ceremony? Any surprises, any disappointments?
So I can't say I don't give a damn about it. I'm always going to be a little interested, but it has gone down more and more. Um, I think the only one I was legit kind of scratching my head, I think I said was American for for Barbie. I thought that was a little weird. I wasn't shocked Margot Robbie didn't get nominated, and she's totally fine. But you're talking to a guy who again thought Ryan Gosling get nominated was a little weird. But I know I'm the minority because everyone said give him an Oscar. So yeah, everything else sounded about right.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Succession?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we watched it just the right time too because we got into it just as the last season was about to air. So
Ooh.
yeah, so we saw it just the right time. Another good show, if you're looking for something to fill in the blank for that, rewatching Billions with my wife because she likes Succession so much. She wanted another show like that. And the only reason we're doing that is because we just finished Industry, which is also on HBO, and it's a very very good show. So yeah, if you like Succession, check out Industry. That's a pretty that'll fill the void, or Billions if you haven't seen that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on The White Lotus?
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a show that constantly builds on suspense, even if there's nothing suspenseful going on, and I love that. You're just waiting for something to happen. Everything is so on edge, and these people are so on edge, and nothing is happening. And that is so brilliant to me. And I think that just sums up that world as well. The world of these these incredible like resorts and spas. I mean, for like the super rich and everything like that. And just great sightseeing too. I mean, Italy in the last one looked amazing and everything. So no, I greatly enjoy them.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, last year there was a movie called No Hard Feelings starring Jennifer Lawrence. It was a raunchy comedy that actually was pretty funny. I think you should review it because these genres are a dying breed. You can't make comedy films like these without offending someone at least a little bit.
Um, I thought it was pretty lame. The performances are very good. The performances are funny. That's what was saving it. Uh, but it's a liar revealed story. Everybody goes mopey dopey at the end. I didn't think the writing was that good. I know what they were going for, but there's a really awkward scene where who's in there? Was it Jennifer Lawrence? I think.
Yeah.
Where she does a fight scene naked, and again, I know what they were going for. I know what they're trying to do, but I didn't think it worked. Her coming out of the water, really pissed off was pretty funny. I think there's one scene where she like body slams someone. That's a little funny. But the rest was just really awkward in my opinion. I know that's part of the laugh, but I don't know. It didn't do much for me, but the performances were very fun.
Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug and Heather, currently, what's your preferred type of villain? A, the sympathetic type with a tragic backstory. B, the ends justify the means type that are certain that what they do is for the greater good. C, the type that is trying to teach the protagonist and audience a harsh yet valuable lesson. Or D, the type that just plain evil and or insane.
If any of them are done well, I like them all, honestly. I don't know. It's kind of like saying, well, right now, what's your favorite type of hero? The huge muscle bound hero, everything comes easily, or the one that's like really weak and has to use their mind to get out of stuff. It's like any of it, just do it well. Honestly, I guess you are going to notice trends. Certainly, I mean, with anything, there's going to be more like maybe sympathetic villains, or more funny villains, or more just evil villains. So if we keep getting more of them, I'm probably going to get a little sick of that. But I'm not. The idea of them is still not a bad one as long as they're constructed very well.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Only Murders in the Building?
I've only seen the first season.
Third season's so good, Doug.
I heard the second season's okay, and the third season's really good.
Yeah.
And I have seen a few clips from the third season. I think part of it too is that I thought the first season was such a good, just one season show that when they were saying, "Oh, there's gonna be more," I was like, "Don't do that, come on." And the first episode of the second season didn't grab me, but everyone said it's okay. And like you said, third season's supposed to be great, so we should get back into it. But again, I have a lot of other shows to catch up on.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Hint for next week's NC.
It is a top 11 list, and it is Disney related.
Ooh. Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. If you could adapt any book into a movie, but it have an all Muppet cast bear one human actor, which book and which actor would you choose?
So like Muppet character. Okay, I see what you're saying. A friend of mine had an insane idea, and I never forgot it because he had it all casted out. It was so brilliant. Muppet Big Lebowski, and everything about it would be exactly the same, line for line, shot for shot, exactly the same. It would just be the Muppets. Kermit as Jeff Lee Lebowski, Fozzie as Walter, Gonzo was going to be Jesus, and it just kept going from there. And every question we had, well, who would play this, who would that, he just had the perfect answer for it, and it was so amazing. And just every time we thought about Miss Piggy as Maud, I mean, imagine her doing the painting that's like vagina. I mean, that's just spectacular. That's comedy gold right there. So yeah, I can't say anything else but that.
Demonaires, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, have you ever cried when you read a book?
When I read it, yes. I'm sure there's been more, but the one that really got me, it's one of Tamara's favorite books, actually. It was I think it was called Born Standing Up. I think it's a Steve Martin book about his life as a stand-up, and he was talking about when his father was passing away. His father was a very, I mean, just, I don't want to say emotionless because that sounds really mean, but it's like, he was not very in touch with his emotions, so much so that even when he was passing away, he said, I wish I could cry. And it's like, fuck. That's like the heaviest thing I've heard.
Yeah.
That is hard. And he had a complicated relationship with him too and stuff like that. So yeah, that was really like, oh man, that sat with me for a little bit.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. NC for the OG Ghostbusters in honor of its 40th anniversary.
Oh, is it? Oh shit. Yeah, I may need to do that. All right. No, because I was gonna do like whatchamacallit, like Afterlife, because the new Afterlife is coming out, but I think it's gonna be while we're doing a theme month, so I probably won't be able to do that. But it's the 40th anniversary. I'm like, yeah, I should probably cover that at least.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I recently rewatched Paranormal Activity 1 through 4, and in one of your videos you said 2 was the only one that was great from beginning to end. Why is that? I'm curious.
Just everything about it built on the last one. The last one's or the first one I should say, I thought was kind of but the acting's spectacular. The directing is spectacular, honestly. I know you think it was a found footage movie, it's just security cameras and stuff, but the editing in them and the way they tell the story, I mean, God, the scariest scenes are just like the dog reacting to something you don't see what it is. The one that just like fucking terrifies me is this woman is just dragged by this invisible force. You don't see what it is. And she's just screaming at, just dragged downstairs to the basement. The door closes and you just see time pass and total quiet. And she just steps out like completely different. That is just fucking horrifying to me. And then another scene too, where after she's possessed, the kid is in there. I think she's talking to like the baby or something. And you see the mother start to enter the room. And then it just cuts to later. You hear the girl crying on the phone. I mean, just sobbing. Just, Dad, oh my God, you gotta come home. Dad, it's Mom. And you have no idea what she did or said. That is just, it's so played on what you don't see in such a brilliant way. I don't know. It sounds weird, but that's one of my favorite horror films. I think it's really underrated.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, are you planning to review Knives Out and Glass Onion? The whodunit films are so much fun.
I like them. I don't know if I can add anything that other people haven't said about them already. So probably not. I'll say this: if they do another one, which it sounds like they probably will, maybe I'll do like a compilation, like talk about them all together, like in a video. That might be something I do.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Ted Lasso?
Everyone says it's great, but I've never seen it.
It's so good, Doug.
Everyone says that. Yeah. It's on Apple, right? I don't have Apple, so that might be part of it. But yeah, everyone says it's great.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the trailer for the upcoming Adam Sandler movie Spaceman?
That looks bonkers, man. Holy shit. I am excited for that. I just saw that, like, I don't know, just from the picture, you just see Adam Sandler in an astronaut outfit. It's like, is this a comedy? Is this a drama? Is this more surreal? Is this more straightforward? And you watch it, and it's fucking everything. It's like, it's surreal, it's realistic, it's dramatic, it's funny, it's surreal. It's like, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I am really excited for that movie, actually. Even if it sucks, it's going to make some choices.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you ever do an old versus new on the Poseidon Adventure and its '06 remake?
I never saw the remake. I do like the original. I'm not doing old versus new anymore just because I'm older now. They take more time. They are kind of draining. Also, I don't know who would care if I did the Poseidon Adventure. I like that first movie, but I don't know how much of the internet really gets into it.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug and Heather, hope you're well. Have you seen the Ted series? It's such a funny show. I would personally take another season over Family Guy.
That's what I'm hearing too. I'm hearing that that seems to always be how it works. That Seth MacFarlane will get really involved with a show, get bored, go to something else, and then everybody's like, "Oh, this is like what Family Guy used to be." Then we'll get bored of that, go to another show, and that just kind of keeps happening. And it sounds like Ted is that show right now. So, cool, great. I believe everybody. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it, but I've heard it's pretty good.
Fireblast Studios, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on pie?
Well, I mean, the mathematical equation is fascinating, and there's a lot of mystery to it. But the food is fascinating, and there's a lot of mystery to it. So I guess the same thing.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Dave Filoni did create time travel using the world between worlds in Star Wars Rebels. Why hasn't anyone used it to correct the issues of the sequel trilogy?
To wait. I'm sure they'll do it with the prequels too, and anything they don't like and stuff like that.
It's something force, something destiny can't be changed, something force won't let them. Yeah.
but I mean, they'll do it. I don't think they'll do it soon, but I mean, at some point they'll. I guarantee you they'll get around to that. Hell, they kind of did in Rebels with what happens with Ahsoka in there. A little bit. I don't know if you can say, yeah, I think that's time travel. That counts. With the character of Ahsoka, not the show Ahsoka. But yeah, they'll do it. I guarantee you they'll do it at some point. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but a long time from now.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, how far are you into the Percy Jackson series? The first season ended last night, and it was really good.
I've only seen the first episode. I liked it a lot. I just haven't seen more of it. Like I said, I've been on vacation, so I'll get around to seeing more.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. I hope you had a relaxing vacation. I finally got to see the Color Purple movie musical. Halle Bailey is such an incredible actress. I wish the Little Mermaid remake had a stronger director because she's fantastic.
I think she's gonna be okay. I don't know. Even though Little Mermaid, I think ended up doing okay. I think the same thing with Color Purple. I think it ended up doing okay. She's got such a unique look. She's got such a wonderful voice. And even in Little Mermaid, when she had to act without using her voice, even just the way it was a totally different performance than the animated one. So I don't know. I think she's gonna be all right. That's my guess. I've been wrong before, but I think she's gonna be okay.
Nintenga, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you review Arcane Season 1 around when Season 2 is shortly away from coming out, which seems to be November of this year?
I might do like a vlog on it or something like that. It's a phenomenal show. I'm
Hell
very
yeah.
excited for Season 2. But it is one of those where I feel like I'm just going to say what everyone else is saying about it. That's why I would just do like maybe a fast little vlog or something. But yeah, it is for someone that knows nothing about that game. I so got into that show, Die Hard. So yeah, I'm very excited for Season 2.
That's Disney Nerd. Thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, did you catch up on Has Been Hotel? There's a duet in episode 5 near the end of the episode that I'm absolutely in love with. No, I'm sorry. I'm only on episode 3. I'll get to it. I'm sorry.
The stream is going to be nothing but Has Been Hotel questions. And I'm saying we haven't seen it yet.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the 100 bits. I also meant to apologize for interrupting you the last time we spoke at Grand Rapids Comic-Con. My bad.
It haunts me to this day. Thank you for finally saying that. No, I don't even remember it. So don't worry about it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, which review last year did you have a difference of opinion on Doug's take on a movie? Nothing is sticking out to me. Also, I'll tell you a secret. I don't watch every Nostalgia Critic. I'm sorry.
After I watch every single one of your streams, I am so insulted.
No, you don't, Doug. Shut your liar mouth. No, I'm kidding. That was a very Tamara thing to say. So yeah, I'm sorry. Nothing's popping out at me that I had a difference of opinion on Doug on. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Ponyo?
Oh, I like it. I did an NC review on it a long time ago. I don't think it's like Miyazaki's best or anything, but it does have some of the moments that I think you can remember the most out of a lot of his movies, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it's a good flick. It's a solid good.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of Fire Lord Ozai?
Uh, Good. He's good for what that story needs. He's not super complex, but I don't think he needs to be. He needs to be just threatening enough and just human enough to be believable. And I think they pull that off. But he is generic dictator, kind of thing. But as generic dictator characters go, he's done pretty good. He's intimidating.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Why watch porn? Just watch raccoons fight each other with their testicles.
That's my Friday night. Right after stream. That's exactly what I go to.
Wild Katarn, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you consider reviewing Boss Baby 2? The stupidity is doubled, and the question of, is this from the kid's imagination or not, is thrown out. Also, the villain is played by Mr. himself, Jeff Goldblum.
Well, it might be worth it just to see him as a villain. He's pretty fun when he's a bad guy. I might. I never did see it, so it might give me I was gonna say an excuse to see it, but I don't want to see it. So we'll see. If I review it, if I watch it, it will be for that. It'll be for a review.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. There's been plenty of iconic movies with the plot taking place in a single day, like Clerks, Collateral, and Friday. What do you think is the secret in formulating a solid plot in that short window of time?
You get interesting characters. Paul Rugg was talking about that when he was writing Animaniacs. He said, a lot of times if you have a good character, that's everything writes it. So you just put him in interesting place. He's like Daffy Duck, great character. Put him on a cruise ship and just let him do what he does. Everything just sort of writes itself. Then I think it's the same thing with something like Clerks, where it's like those characters are just so much fun, and I love listening to them and hearing the weird things they talk about. So I think that's honestly the main secret. And when you have just one day and it has to take up the majority of the runtime, it's very easy to find out more about him. It has to be a character building piece, whether it's comedy or drama.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Disney December for Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Is that the game?
Yeah, that's the video game, right?
Okay. Did that come out?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I remember seeing ads for it, and then I just never heard about it again.
Yep.
Is that a turn-based one?
I don't know. I don't know much. It's an XCOM clone. It's kind of like strategy based.
Okay.
It's not really a genre of game that I play, but if you wanted to give it a try, you could.
Maybe I'll look more into it. We'll see.
Disney Knowledge, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you. Keith Creature, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever thought about bringing back DreamWorks this year for February? There's been a lot of new DreamWorks films and series since then, so it'd be cool to bring it back for nostalgia critics' sake.
Man, this February? Yeah. Let me get on that. It starts tomorrow, right? Let me just get right on that. It's 29 episodes coming. Or was it 29 or 28? I can't remember. Anyway, and that's not happening this year. I would love to do it again because I do like the DreamWorks movies. I think I probably have enough for another month. But yeah, I just haven't had. It's tough, man, especially after Disney December. As you get older, the stuff does get tougher to keep up with. So we'll see. I would like to do it. Maybe when I kill off the NC, maybe I'll go and do like another DreamWorks. Maybe I'll have a little bit more time to do it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Nick Cage movies Mandy, Joe, and Pig?
I've not seen Joe. I did see Mandy didn't do much for me. I wanted to like it a lot more, but I mostly found it boring. I didn't find much intrigue to the characters, which is, I know it's not supposed to be that intriguing. Doesn't he like go around with like chainsaws and stuff? I know it's not supposed to be very character based, but I don't know. The way they shot, the way it was directed didn't interest me that much. There wasn't anything interesting going on, in my opinion. Pig I did like. Again, very simple story, but I did legit really care about what was going on and him just finding this damn animal. I thought he played it very well. Some ways it was even kind of a touching story. So yeah, I like that one.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. I rewatched your Pirates Month review, and I understand how put off you were about Gibbs' comment on women shouldn't be on the ship. I agree it's cringy, but historically accurate for the time. Pirates/sailors were superstitious and actually viewed women on the ship as bad luck, mostly because the crew would be unfocused with a woman around.
I don't even remember making that comment. I remember the line in the movie because I'm thinking exactly what you said, where it's like, yeah, it would just back then they would see that as bad luck, kind of thing. But I can't remember what I actually said about it. So now I want to go back and say, what did I actually say about? Because I don't remember.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. NC for the Dark Shadows movie.
Oh, um, it,
Sorry. Ugh.
it it is a bad movie. I feel like I would have to know something about the show. I mean, maybe I don't need to. I don't know. It is kind of a universally hated movie, even if you don't know the show. But I don't know. We'll see. Might not be a bad idea.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. As much as I love Secrets of Nim, one problem I had with it is that I think Jenner was a boring villain. What do you think of him?
Oh, I like him. But again, I know what you're talking about. He's just sort of he wears the black cloak. His eyebrows are so evil, they literally go off his head and stuff like that. I know what you're talking about, but I feel like he kind of represents characters that just, they don't care where they get the power from. They just and they don't want change. And I think that's very reflective of that story. They start off stealing this, and then some of them want to evolve further. And he's almost more animalistic. Like, well, why? We literally stole everything all our lives. Why should we change this now? We are animals. So there's no problem with this. So I read that more into it than the generic villain archetype. But I know where you're coming from with that, because yeah, he has a sword. He has a little sword fight at the end. He's planning this evil, murder plot. He has a little smile while doing it. So I think they're combining a very complex, interesting character with just kind of the generic evil to be evil archetype. And for me, I think it works okay.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. This Nostalgia Ween, could you review Jeepers Creepers in a collaboration with YouTuber Cody Leach?
I'd have to look at, man, that name sounds a little familiar. I'd have to look that up. But I never have seen Jeepers Creepers. I hear it's surprisingly okay. But I never have checked it out. So maybe I'll give it a shot.
Nick Oswald, thank you for the 100 bits. And they had 3 separate questions in one message, so we're just going to have to rapid fire through them.
Okay.
Can we expect you to see you in Seattle for some cons? I requested you and the crew like crazy.
Oh, thank you so much. But we're going to start looking into more cons this year, now that my fatigue is feeling better. But we haven't picked them yet.
2, have you considered doing take-twos or sequels to your specials like Toonami or Kids WB? There's so many animes and shows I'd like you guys to talk about from those networks, namely Toonami.
We talked about doing an Adult Swim one, which I guess you could see as kind of a sequel to Toonami.
And 3, hint for March theme.
It is not Indiana Jones. We had to nix that because we had our Steven Seagal movie got age gated, because in the movie they say fuck twice back to back, and we're like, if they're doing that with that, they're not going to let us do the Indiana Jones movies with the swastikas all over the place. So we got to nix that, I think.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you check out Iron Claw? I'm pissed that Zac Efron wasn't nominated for Best Actor.
No, everyone says it's really, really good, and I need to check it out. I believe everybody. It's funny because they say, like on Rotten Tomatoes, like the score can really skew you. And I'm kind of thinking, sure, but not majorly. And I'm thinking on BBC, I just saw a negative review of that movie and I didn't see any others. So I just kind of got in my head, I had Batman just back in my head. Yeah, bad movie, whatever. And then I went to Rotten Tomatoes and everybody's loving it. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe they're right. Maybe sometimes just like subconsciously you work that in the back of your head. So I've heard it's great. I haven't seen it yet. I do really want to.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Christopher Nolan is re-releasing Tenet in theaters on IMAX on February 23rd for a week or two, I think. In terms of story and characters, it's okay, but the action, visuals, and concepts are worth seeing on the big screen.
Maybe I'll check it out. I don't want to, because I hear it's all the worst of Nolan in there. I mean, there's like some good stuff of his too, but all the stuff I really don't like about Nolan sounds like it just consumes this movie. So I'm not in a rush, but I believe you about the action and the visual, so maybe it'll be worth it.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. May I suggest top 11 unmade Disney movies? There are a lot of cool sounding ones.
Might be a thought. Yeah, I know what some of them are. Yeah, might be an idea.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. What child actor performance do you find underrated? For me, the child who played young Forrest Gump did an excellent job. He matched exactly the mannerisms and vocal cadence of Tom Hanks.
He did very well. I don't know the actress's name, but was it Lucy in Narnia?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that kid was spectacular. She was really, really good, and I even have a theory that she was so good. I think she might have even got like an Oscar nomination if it wasn't for one scene. She has one, and this is the editor's fault in my opinion. She has one flaw where when she cries, it looks like she's smiling, and she even said that. And there's when she sees, her frozen friend, she thinks he's dead and everything. It looks like she just gets this great big smile, and it's like, huh? And it's the editor's fault because he should not have focused on her in that scene when she's clearly doing that. But if you took that scene out, I don't know. I'm pretty convinced you would have gotten an Oscar now because everyone I feel like fell in love with that kid when they saw that movie. She was so good.
Keith Creature, thank you for the 100 bits. If you are ever in the mood for a new game to try out with an incredible story and cast, check out the Yakuza franchise, starting with Yakuza 0. Also, fun fact, My Little Pony character canonically banged Weird Al. No, I will not elaborate further.
I do know Weird Al was in the My Little Pony show at some point, so I'm assuming you're talking about that, but I could be wrong. Was the
Yakuza franchise.
I heard it's good. I haven't played it, but I heard it's pretty good. So on that note, we're gonna finish up Lego Star Wars this Friday, and I think we're gonna look for a new game after, like a longer game after that. So just give me the heads up. We are going to finish it up this week, and then we'll start a new longer game after that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite Cullen makes Ryan break moment in whose line?
The Richard Simmons one. Come on. I love it. Just at some point when all this stuff is happening, Ryan's just laughing. He just goes, I just saw something funny. Like that's his way of working it into the bit.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. A movie I actually don't mind that everyone hates, don't judge, the Fred movie. I was around the age of 8 at the time and just found his voice funny. I totally get the hate, but to me, it's just fun.
I've seen little clips of Fred. I've never seen an entire anything of Fred. So I'm not one to judge. It doesn't look like my thing. But again, I mean, he literally started as a kid, right? Wasn't it something he did on YouTube and he sped up the voice and stuff like that? So I mean, it's just, can you blame the kid if you're in his position? I mean, this just blew up. Wouldn't you just be like, oh, this is fun. Let me do more of this. So I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be my thing, but I don't want to beat up on it either because I feel like he's a kid. He followed his dreams. Good for him.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. You know what movie is coming out on Valentine's Day? The charming Blood and Honey 2, because people being brutally murdered always puts me in a loving mood.
They're making a sequel. I'm curious to see how that. I bet that sequel's not going to do well at all because everyone was so excited for that first one, then so let down by it.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. On Twitch, I keep seeing a commercial with two guys named Doug and Andre. Have you and Black Nerd seen it?
Oh, why'd I do that? That was such a weird. I don't know why. I thought like I was gonna be following like a different joke about it. It's just like, have you two been doing some stuff? Have you two like that was what I was hearing, but have you two seen it? For some reason, I got a woo out of it. No, I have not. That's the short, very surreal answer I just gave.
Talking of Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, if you're returning to Dark Toons, may I suggest reviewing the Halloween specials from the Cartoon Network series called The Regular Show? The show doesn't shy away from the edgy stuff.
I hear it's great. Somebody actually gave me a DVD of like, I think the first season. And yeah, it's another one. Everyone says it's wonderful and everything. And I don't have time to get around to it. I want to, because that's one I've heard about for a long time. But I don't know. Maybe that being an excuse to do it. But just getting back to doing a second video a week will be like a big accomplishment for me this year. So I just want to get back to that first.
Demon Airs, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, what do you think of the 1982 movie Annie?
Not my thing. I never got into Annie. I don't like the songs. I don't even really like the source material that much. I guess I haven't heard whatever it was a comic strip, it was a radio show and stuff like that. Maybe those are better, but the musical, I don't like it on stage. I don't like the movie versions. There's a lot of movie versions. But you can tell that, right? I mean, you just look at that musical and be like, Doug wouldn't like that.
This isn't for Doug.
Yeah. I'm sure people like it. Great. Kevin Baugh, the guy who owns Molossia, loves Annie. We walked in and everything's kind of as you expect. And then there's just like a case dedicated to Annie memorabilia. And we were like, really? I mean, you're like, so what's with the Annie stuff? And he was like, oh, I just love the musical. I think it's wonderful. And it's like, All right, fair enough. So yeah, just different stuff for different people, I guess.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. This is part 1 of 2. Out of all the movies coming out this year, the one that confuses me the most is Madam Web, because nobody thinks of her when they think of Spider Man. To be
I didn't
continued.
even. Oh yeah, I didn't even know who the character was. Oh no, I take it back. I kind of knew. I would recognize a picture of her, but yeah, like I said, I'm kind of with you.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? I actually watched it again recently, and I gotta say, Elizabeth Taylor is outstanding in that movie, though it obviously pales in comparison to her role in the Flintstones movie.
Clearly, you talk about snubs. But no, I remember, and that's another one I saw a long time ago. I remember it being really good. And I did see it. I saw a stage version. That's a very popular, stage show.
Yes. Hmm.
And the one I saw was pretty damn good. And so I feel like I'm always gonna compare it to like things that are written at first as a play and then turned into a movie. It is a little hard not to think about, well, how would they do this on stage? How would a different actor do this? And that is one of those where I did think of that a lot, especially after I saw it on stage. But it is good. It's a very good film. It's an even better play.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. And I could be wrong. This is part 2, sorry. And I could be wrong, but the last time she was even used in a Spider Man movie, game, or TV show, sorry, let me try to read this again. But the last time she was even used in a Spider Man movie, game, or TV show was in the 90s cartoon. She just doesn't have that broader appeal for Spider Man fans.
Maybe that's kind of the idea. Well, so like they have a Craven movie coming out too, and I always thought he was a little bit more obscure, but like he's popping up in more and more Spider-Man stuff. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get her more stuff, and I don't know shit about the character. Like maybe she does deserve more attention. I don't know. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say this movie probably isn't gonna do it that well, but almost every Spider-Man spin-off movie has been pretty bad in my opinion. Unless it has Spider-Man in the title, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's my guess. I could be totally wrong, but you can check it out right after you see Blood and Honey too, because they're coming out on the same day.
At movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Leave the World Behind? It has the main actors from Industry, so that should reel you in.
Yeah, I didn't like it. She's fine. And the one that plays her father is fine. Ethan Hawke's okay. Um, it's one of those movies where the first, I don't know, as soon as the plot gets going, I knew where it was gonna go. It's just waiting for it to go there, and it doesn't go there in a very interesting way, or it's done in an artsy way. Where it's like, what are we trying to say? It's like I know what you're trying to say, and it's not that interesting. There's one scene. It's actually part of the sum up that video I just did, but there's one scene where I legit went, "What the fuck is going on?" If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's when Ethan Hawke is driving away from something being dropped on him. That legit had me going, "What the fuck?" But as soon as they show what it is, I'm like, okay, this is just confirming what I think it is. And I'm not a Julia Roberts fan. It just felt like a phony performance to me, like most of her stuff does. So it was not for me.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on Peter Jackson's King Kong remake? I know you did an old versus new already, but I just wanted to hear your personal opinion since I know it can vary from the NC around that time.
Um, it has some great moments. It has some great moments. I don't think the film works as a whole, but there are some very good scenes where I'm just like, okay, oh, you're tapping into something that's very traditional Kong, very good King Kong here, but yeah, the mistakes are way too big and way too odd, even for Peter Jackson.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Are Chester and Doe looking forward to Valentine's Day?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. I got a pizza pie for us. That is half pizza and half pie. I won't tell you what the secret ingredient is, but it's
Oh, I thought it was a rat's, but
love. Oh, darn it. You guessed the other one.
okay.
Don't run my mother's recipe that way.
Movie Mike, thank you for the
Hold
100.
on. Chaplin heard rats and just got too hungry, I guess.
Oh, hi, Chaplin. Hi, buddy. Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. What best friend character do you like more? Sprig from Amphibia or King from Owl House?
Uh, Probably King. I like the backstory, not knowing where it came from. Ooh, God, he's shedding a lot. I'm sorry. um, Jesus
He's
Christ.
like, never leave me again, Dad.
Yeah, man. Poof. Sorry.
Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. It looks like a 2-horse race for Best Animated Feature Oscar this year, so which are you choosing, Boy and the Heron or Across the Spider-Verse?
Cross the Spider-Verse all the way. And I really like Boy and the Heron. But Cross the Spider-Verse, there has just been nothing like that before, in my opinion.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of Talia Shire's acting in Rocky 5? I personally remember it feeling a little stilted, but then I saw Walter's fanscription and he gave her higher praise. I'm starting to wonder if I might have missed something.
Maybe I gotta see it again. I don't know. I'm with you. I just remember not liking Rocky 5. It was very dull. It was like you said, very dull, very stiff. Very much of the time, but that's kind of okay. A lot of the Rocky movies are, with the Don King stuff and everything. But I don't even remember her performance, honestly. That's how little an impression it made. But I don't know. Maybe Walter's right. Maybe I should give her a shot. I literally haven't seen it since, like, man, maybe 20 years ago, something like that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Who's the better cook, Doug or Heather? I don't know if
Heather.
I've ever had your cooking before, though.
No, nobody has and nobody should. It's Heather.
I love cooking.
I am atrocious. I hate it. I am an excellent eater. I am very good at eating food, but making it is not my strong point.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. When you eventually kill off the NC, will the final review potentially be Brazil?
Oh, never thought about that. I don't know. I was just thinking about it too. I was like, if I ever do, what would I kill him off with and stuff like that? And it's like, I kind of like the idea of like maybe a Christmas episode. I like Christmas a lot, so that might make sense and finish up a year with that and everything. Don't hold me to that. But Brazil is technically a Christmas movie, so maybe that would make sense.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Any chance of a movies everyone disagrees with you on Twitch stream? It is a thought that I've had. I just would have to figure out how we format it, because I think it is fun to have the people be able to speak their rebuttal to us. You know what I mean? There's something about the interactivity that we get at cons with that. So I've thought about it. I just have to figure out how to format it. And if anything, I want to do more streams from conventions like we did with Grand Rapids. That would be fun too.
Midwest Gaming Classic was just talking about streaming some panels there too, so we might do that. I think Walter was even saying, why don't you turn it into a show somehow? And I'm just like, it's not a bad idea, but like you said, the big thing is the interactive part of it. So somehow working that in would definitely be a major factor, but it's not impossible.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. It's a thought. Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you please consider destroying the Clash of the Titans remake, especially with how awful it is compared to the Harryhausen classic?
I never saw it, but that might be fun to talk about. But that's another one. I heard it's just kind of dull. Like people who didn't like it, they're like, oh, it's just lame, it's dumb, and but there's nothing much to talk about except everybody hated when they look at the owl. It's like, oh, that's nothing. Like, I know a lot of people that went boo when that scene happened.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you guys ever thought about getting into professional acting for movies, TV shows, or Broadway?
Sometimes I've thought about it, but I'm too much of a control freak. I like the control I have over all this. I like the freedom of the internet. You got to work through a couple things with like YouTube and censorship and stuff. But I mean, I feel like, okay, well, YouTube's the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a different kind of anything. You probably get even more censorship from studios and stuff. Watch you as you make it the whole way through. So, yeah, I like the freedom too much of it. I'm not against like acting in other people's stuff, but I like the freedom of this too much.
I feel like I get a lot of my creative juices out doing stuff for Channel Awesome and Nostalgia Critic and whatever. But I did originally start out my path just trying to do acting. That's how I even got involved with Channel Awesome, as I went in for an audition for acting. But here we are. I would love to do more musical theater, though. I would love to get back out there and do more musical theater, but I don't know. At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the TV show Reacher?
I think I started that. Let me reach, or like you're reaching for something, right?
Reacher. Mm-hmm. Reacher.
Oh wait, did I see this? Hold on. Oh, maybe I didn't. No, I have not seen this. I haven't seen it. I'll try to check it out.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug and Heather, what negative aspects about your zodiac sign that you really try not to reinforce the stereotype? For me, I'm a Taurus and I try to avoid being too stubborn. I'm kind of the same way. I'm a Virgo. And I feel like Virgos are often said to be like very set in their ways and like not good with change and stuff. And I don't feel like that's me. I am organized though. I am organized. Mythic. Why is that not playing? Oh, Mythic Tyrant. Thank you so heckin' much for those bits. I don't know why you didn't get
Oh,
the
oh.
I don't know why it didn't play what it's supposed to play. You're supposed to get the back
Oh.
credit card.
Oh, that's so weird it didn't play. Well, here, I can do a back credit card. I'll tell you. I'm going to take my cat Chaplin here and I'm going to rip his head off. Ah!
Amazing.
A cat credit card. There you go.
I'm gonna check that out and try to play it, but all right, sorry. Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, sorry,
real
you weren't
quick,
finished. Sorry.
Yeah, no, because they were talking about with the
The
Zodiac
Zodiac
thing.
sign.
So
Yeah.
Zodiac, is that like, because I looked it up, is Zodiac like Scorpio, Vertigo, stuff like that? Or is it like Rooster, Rat, Pig,
Scorpio.
stuff like that? Okay, it is Scorpio. I always forget what the what it says about Scorpio. I just love the fact that it has the coolest sounding name, Scorpio. I just love that.
Amazing. Sorry, it should have played. That's so weird. I'm gonna test this.
Bizarre. We're so sorry.
They had
There it
the
is.
balls
Alrighty.
I'm
to
playing
give
it
one of
for
the
them.
greatest superheroes of all time
I'm
a
playing it for
back
them.
credit
Thank you
card.
so much again.
Nope! No! Does not compute! Does not compute! Does not compute! I can't sign!
There we go. Great. Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, if you love Succession, can I recommend the British comedies Peep Show and The Thick of It? Both I'd rank at least 2 of the greatest British comedies of all time.
All right. I never even heard of them. I'll try to check them out.
The Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, how was your vacation?
Good. Very relaxing. Had a very nice time. Thank you so much.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. And Owl House, what were your thoughts on Luce's mother, Camilla?
Oh, she was fine. Just sort of a generic, nice mother. Worked well. I like she kind of had an arc, too, about how to treat her kid. I like that.
Edelweiss Dragon, thank you for the 100 bits. Who would have thought that we needed Jeremy Jordan as Lucifer in Has Been Hotel? His performance was incredible, as usual.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, definitely.
3M Onion, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, Doug, a while no see, welcome back.
Good to be back. Thank you so much.
Hunter Tech, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Doug. Were you a fan of the movie directed by Joel Schumacher? I know you're not really a fan of his work. I was wondering what your thoughts on that movie. I think it was his best movie he made. I'm trying to see if I missed anything, but I didn't.
That movie, God. Clearly Schumacher's best. I love that movie. Just that movie. There's nothing else to even say about it. Clearly his best. That movie.
Hunter, I'll let you see in chat if maybe you just missed what the movie title was. We'll move on, though, until I see Hunter respond. At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. How about a Muppet version of Dracula with the Count from Sesame Street?
I mean, that's a little too obvious, isn't it? No, how funny would it be if, like, the Countess Renfield? Like, mix it up.
I know it, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. You should really check out Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Air. The former made me weep, while the latter was really good.
I saw them both, and they are both very good. Yeah, I didn't even know the first one there, the Are You There, God one. So it's nice going into that, literally not knowing the story at all. Though, I mean, it's like, you can figure it out pretty easily, but it's like the time it came out, it made sense and everything. And no, the performances especially, I thought were very, very good. They both are very good movies.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you don't mind me asking, do you think if your mom had gone on to have an opera career, she would have had world fame or been more of city or statewide known?
I don't know, because she did have an amazing voice, but I mean, as any singer will tell you, you just got to keep practicing. It's a muscle, so you have to keep training it. I mean, she had us, so she said, I love my kids. I mean, we're so and her dad. Oh my God. But the voice and the strength behind the voice was definitely there, and was always there. So it's hard to say whether or not that would be like a worldwide thing. I mean, of course, it's your mother, so you gotta say nice things. I feel like she could have been. She possibly could have been. But I also know she wasn't the biggest fan of that world in terms of like all the people around her had to do like everything for her. I know she didn't like that. Which is ironic because for a while she did get a little sick with she always had a bunch of different sicknesses and stuff. So we did have to do a lot of stuff for her. But yeah, I know that was a part of it she didn't really enjoy. So I don't know if she would have been happy.
Hunter, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry, you didn't have to give more bits. I would have just seen your message in chat. They were talking about the movie The Client. There you go. Your initial message, I just want to make it clear, your initial message did not say that.
Oh, it's I remember it being okay. That's what everyone said when it came out. Like, it's okay, and that's still my thought. My favorite movie of his is Falling Down. I love Falling Down. That's such a good movie, in my opinion.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. This is part 1 of 2. Final question for me. Someone asked this on TikTok. Which studio is better, Pixar or DreamWorks? DreamWorks obviously has their triumphs, but they're what I like to call consistently inconsistent. To be continued.
Okay.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 100 bits. Beverly Hills Cop is also 40 this year. Will you do a Nostalgia Critic review of that movie?
Probably not. You know, one of the reasons is I have to actually sit down and watch it all in order. I feel like I've seen those movies out of order constantly on TV, and I like them, but I've never seen one all the way through. And maybe I should before I judge them.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. This is part 2 of 2. For every Prince of Egypt, How to Train Your Dragon, or Kung Fu Panda, they make a dud like B-Movie, Trolls, Boss Baby, or Home. Pixar has their duds, but I don't think their worst films are as bad as DreamWorks' worst films.
I guess I would say Pixar. Yeah, because their best are just so good. I will say this: when DreamWorks steps out of their comfort zone, I find that more interesting than when Pixar does it, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
there is a little bit more of a risk factor that I respect a little bit more at DreamWorks.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Douglas, beloved, you're back. I mean, what? I didn't call you that. What are you talking about? Cookies.
Just say cookies.
That's what they wrote.
I love cookies, so thank you for that.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Roadhouse, either the new one or the Swayze classic?
And that's another one I saw a long time ago, and I remember liking it. You know, just sort of a generic, fun 80s, turn your brain off, good time. I never did see the remake.
Disney Knowledge, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Really
you.
appreciate that. Thank you. For Doug and Heather, what is a toy from your childhood you wish you kept that regret getting rid of, and one you always wanted but never had?
I actually never did have a My Pet Monster. And I really wanted one. I don't know, just all my Ninja Turtle toys, because God, they're probably worth quite a bit now. And I had just. Yeah, I didn't have every single one, but I was pretty damn close. I was an avid collector, but I also opened them up and played with them, obviously, because I was a kid. But I don't know, they were legit cool toys, honestly. The Ghostbuster ones were pretty inventive, too.
I really wanted a game console, but we didn't get one until the Dreamcast. But like, I really wanted an SNES or an N64, like all my friends had, and I never got that, which was fine. You know, now that I'm older, it's fine. It doesn't matter that much.
It wasn't fine. You were robbed. You should have had that.
And
glad you're making up for it now.
I kind of wish I still had some of my American Girl dolls. I loved those. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the new Nicolas Cage movie Dream Scenario? I thought the premise sounded fascinating, and I heard Cage is excellent, but I'm a little apprehensive to watch it based on what I've heard happens in the second half.
It's all right, I guess. They're right. There's a great idea in there. I think I need one more go through with the script. Not that it's bad, but because I see what they were trying to do, but it's like, yeah, this needed to be tweaked a little bit. When you see where it's all going, there is kind of okay, you could have built up to this a little bit better. Something's just come right the fuck out of nowhere, and it's like, what the hell is going on now? So yeah, it just needed to be tweaked a little bit, but it's all right.
We are going to have to pick up the pace just a little bit. I didn't realize it was already 7:45.
Gotcha.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Random request for a bad video game movie, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. It's apparently so bad it has a 3% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe it has some fun material to work with.
I've heard that before. I always put it on the list, take it off and everything. I'm like, but I'll put it back on the list.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you want something interesting to watch, look up on YouTube the last filmed appearance of Walt Disney. It never aired on TV and was done a couple of weeks before he died.
Huh, all right. Oh, I haven't seen that. I'll check it out.
Elite, thank you for the 100 bits. For Doug and Heather, favorite and least favorite Nostalgia Critic video. Also, where's Chaplin?
Chaplin's right here, over here. My favorite is probably the Nutcracker episode. I really like that Nutcracker 3D. Least favorite? I don't know. It changes. I'm trying to think what it'd be. I feel like Rango I could have fleshed out more. I should have taken a little bit more time to figure out what I wanted to say with that. I don't know if that's my least favorite. My least favorite now.
Pink Bile, thank you for the 100 bits. It'd be a wild ask, and I wouldn't expect you to be familiar with the franchise or lore, but any plans to do an NC for the Bionicle movies?
I looked them over. I don't think it's my thing. I don't think I could get much material out of it. I don't think it's for me.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you were ever to do a review on VeggieTales, I think the best way to do it is as a crossover with Saber Spark, as he has talked about it a lot in various other religious kids media.
All right. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, he's a cool guy. He does cool videos and everything. And I would need an expert on it to talk about it. I should, at the very least, check out a few episodes, find them somewhere.
Queen Calypson, thank you for the 100 bits. The child who plays Forrest Gump wasn't mimicking Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was mimicking him. The kid really talked like that.
Oh, no shit. Okay. And that so sounds like him. That sounds like something Hanks would do. That's actually really cool.
Rob's Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. Funny you mentioned the kid from Narnia. She just starred in a docudrama in the UK about the Partygate scandal involving the British government. Really jarring seeing her as an adult all these years later.
Oh, okay. I don't even think I know about the Partygate thing. I'll try to check that out.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Middle Earth month in March then?
We talked about that, but that's not going to be it.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Audience recommends things for Doug to watch.
Well, I mean, that's the stream, practically.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them.
True. That's just part of life, though.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. NC for the Love Guru.
That's what I've got a lot of requests for, and I've never seen it. I'll try to check it out, because I have heard it's quite horrendous.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever seen the Netflix show Better Off Ted?
I don't think so. You can probably go to the next question while I look that up.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sure I've mentioned it 100 times before, but if you want both a game for Disney Summer this year and a long game for when you finish Lego Star Wars, Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy, didn't go where you thought it was, might be a good pick. It has a streamer safe mode, so no need to worry about copyright music muting the stream VOD.
We'll see. The last Guardians game we didn't get that many views, so probably not. The game was fun, though. And no, I've never seen Better Off Ted.
Coffee Jeans, thank you so much for the 25-month subscription. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. NC Idea, top 11 worst Super Bowl commercials.
Worst.
Just that
That'd be
QR
interesting.
code across the screen from last year.
Yeah, oh, that was so dumb. Man, there'd just be so many. I don't know. It's not a bad idea. I might write that down.
Mythic Tyrant, thank you again so much for the 10,000 bits. We really appreciate that. No question, just always happy when you and your amazing team stream. I say this, though, just saw Godzilla -1 this past weekend after hearing the hype, and it lived up to it. Don't know if you have, but it is worth it.
Yes, it's very rare that I find a film that lives up to the hype that well, and it really did for me. I was very impressed by it.
I know, guys, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you manage to check out Blue Beetle? And if so, thoughts?
Not yet. It's on my queue on Max, but I haven't checked it out yet.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. If you were asked to cameo in an X-Men movie, would you do it?
Oh, sure. There's a lot of things I've made fun of that I would still... If Shyamalan came along and said, I'd love for you to have a part in a movie, I would do it in a millisecond. Absolutely. I think the only one I wouldn't do, maybe a Disney live-action remake. That I wouldn't have any interest in.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. You and the YouTuber Chris Parker, 3C Films, are both my favorite movie reviewers. Have you seen his videos?
No, I don't even think I've heard that name before. I'll try to check him out, though.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Out of curiosity, do you plan on doing anything with Steamboat Willie now that it's public domain? Hopefully not a horror movie. Maybe its own Disney December segment, or as a joke, a Dark Toon segment, if only because of all the animal abuse Mickey commits in the short.
I was thinking ooh, I should do something. I thought everybody on the internet's going to do it. And they did. Every idea everyone's doing are the ideas I had. So I'm like, I'm glad I didn't do anything with it because they're already being done.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Dr. Teeth from the Muppets should be Dracula. You call him Dr. Fangs.
Yeah, just literally give him nothing but sharp teeth. That'd be pretty funny.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Fun fact, in the room, Mark mentions that the girl with a lot of boyfriends was in a hospital on Guerrero Street, which was the street where Tommy Wiseau lived in real life, and Wiseau was pissed about the reference.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite liar revealed movie?
Uh, Man, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. Yeah, I don't know why this is coming in my head. The third Madagascar movie is technically a live reveal story, but they did it right. It led up to
Huh.
especially after 3 movies, like everything led up to where it should have led up. It actually did it pretty smart.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. One must go. Milk Duds, Skittles, Berries and Cream Starbursts.
Milk Duds. I'm not a big Milk Duds guy.
Freddie Fazbear, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of the wacky world of Tex Avery, and would you want to review it?
Is that so? I want to make sure I'm getting that right. Wacky World Tex, because I know Tex Avery is, but I don't think that's what. Okay, yeah, this is something else. This isn't the animator Tex Avery. I haven't seen this show, but I recognize it, and I haven't seen it, so I can't talk about it.
Hunter Tech, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug and Heather, have you guys seen the movie The Cure? It's an underrated movie, one of my favorite, and I don't want that movie to get lost in time. If you have seen it, would you do an NC review of it? P.S. Thank you for all you guys do.
No, I remember this being advertised, and I never heard from it again. So I will try to check it out.
All right, cool. And we do have some time for highlighted messages.
Yeah,
I just panicked a little bit because I was like, holy shit, it's 7:45? What? When did that happen? Dino Man wants to know, have you seen the Mean Girls 2024 movie, and what do you think of the original? Also loved -1.
I like the original fine. I get the feeling if I grew up with it, I would like it more. You know, like I feel like that's kind of like a generation under me's like Sandlot, kind of thing.
I love Mean Girls.
No, and I get that.
Right.
I like it fine. If I grew up with it, I feel like I would love it. The new one, I'm hearing like, man, people are passionate about like either loving it or starting to love it and then hating some things it did, which makes me really intrigued. I do want to check it out. I haven't had a chance yet. Did you see it, Heather?
I haven't seen the movie, but I did see a stage production of it, of the musical, and I really enjoyed the musical for sure.
Okay, I know a lot of people that love it as well, but there's definitely people that are just like, there's things this movie does I am not a fan of. I think it's because they do like the original so much, and maybe they don't want the change. I don't know, but I've also heard like legit critics say like, yeah, this movie goes some directions that I feel like it really shouldn't go. So I'm really intrigued by all that. Like, what does that mean?
I gotta see the movie for sure. Isu Bucks, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Heather and Doug. What are your thoughts on Aquaman 2? I thought it took away from the awe and wonder that made the first movie really good, in my opinion. It's turned into a carbon copy sci-fi movie.
I didn't see it because I heard
Me
that.
neither.
I heard it was just another DC movie, nothing much to it. And that's another example of like, I wasn't interested in seeing that because I just feel like, that spectacle is kind of gone because we are getting so much media constantly and so many effects, and people can do these effects at their homes now and stuff like that. So something else about it really has to stand out. Say we will about Barbie, but they had a lot of stuff that really stood out and connected with people because it's like, yes, it's something you recognize, but nobody's seen that world before, that giant plastic world. I mean, that was phenomenal. And everyone knew, this idea of her going into the real world can be really funny and stuff like that. So I think with the first Aquaman, that was kind of neat because we haven't really seen something quite like this on this scale. Even though it looked fake, it was still a really big scale. And the second one just looks like that again. Here we go again. And that's not fun. We're already sick of that stuff.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Looks like the Channel Awesome website now redirects to the YouTube channel. I know the viewers have all moved to YouTube, but I salute the site for its legacy on the internet.
Yeah, it was a nice place to be for a while when we were getting kicked off at YouTube for so long. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad we found a way to get back on. YouTube has changed some things to allow us, back on there and stuff like that. Because I mean, that is where the audience is. That is where the money is and stuff like that. No, it was, and same thing with like Blip and all those other ones. Like we were very fortunate to find these different outlets and have good people behind the scenes that would look out for these different places to keep us in the limelight. Because I feel like with all the years we've been doing this, there's a ton of things that should have taken us out. But because the fan base has been there and so passionate, and we've tried so hard to keep entertaining people and keep doing what we love and stuff
Mhm.
like that, they feed into each other. So yeah, no, it's worked out okay.
Mumra, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you remember if Family Video had artwork for their rental VHS cases? In Stranger Things, they show the case with art, but I only remember them just being generic clear cases. Only ask because I'm collecting all the classic rental store case like Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, and Mr. Movie cases.
Say the first part again. I'm sorry.
Do you remember if Family Video had artwork for their rental VHS cases?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. No, I think they were just clear. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Like the Blockbuster had like the logo on it. I see what you're talking about. No, they had a little sticker that they put on there on the actual VHS itself, but I think it was just clear cases. At the
Mhm.
most, they had like maybe like the orange Family Video kind of plastered on there like a sticker, but it wasn't. It was just the logo, it wasn't the artwork or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Sean49 Doctor says, if you're into British comedies, check out the Carry On films. Funny as hell.
Okay, somebody was telling me I really have to see. Oh, was it Father Ted? I think is what it was called. They were saying I was really, really good. So that's kind of highest on my list in terms of British shows. But yeah, I don't think I've even heard of that one, Carry On. So I will try to check it out.
Isubucks, thank you for the 100 bits. What has to go? Pancakes, waffles, French toast. Pancakes for me. I'd rather have a waffle or a French toast.
It depends on how the pancakes are made. Because I will say this: French toast and waffles are hard to screw up. Like you just have to do the bare minimum. They're good. Pancakes have to be spectacular in order for me to really like them. But when they are, I'll have that over a waffle or a French toast any day. This is a very detailed conversation I'm giving right now. It's very important to me. I'm very passionate about it.
Karen Blight, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you heard the rumors that Sony wants Toby and Andrew to return for Spider Man 4? Do you think it should just be standalone with Tom Holland's Peter?
Yes, I think it should be standalone. And I mean, the big question they leave us with, it isn't anything with those legacy characters. It's with, was he going to get back with Mary Jane? Is he going to find someone else? What's he going to do now? I mean, that's the interesting stuff. I think that's what people want to see. What we got was great from Garfield and McGuire. Why? There's nothing more to do with it, though, I feel. They surprisingly did it all.
Yeah. Cartoon Dictator says, have you seen My Adventures with Superman?
A little bit. What I saw, I did like, but I do acknowledge.
Charming as hell.
Yeah. It's not my thing.
I loved it.
But I do acknowledge it's very well done. It's very charming. It's just not a show I usually check out in general. But as those shows go, you're right. It's incredibly charming.
Ramirez asks, why would they nominate Boy in the Head? Wait, did you say top 11? Yeah, did you say Disney top 11? I'm excited. Anyway, how was your trip? And if you have a drink, how's your sex life?
I'll spit out my secrets. There you go. I can do that. I can't do that dramatic because Chaplin's right there. I don't want to hit him. So,
No.
No, it was good. And it's also good.
A good way game. Thank you for the 200 bits. Have you ever considered doing the Harry Potter films for Nostalgia Critic? I think those would be very interesting to see Doug's opinion on those films on a rewatch.
If you want my opinion, there's a guy, he's really blowing up right now. He's wonderful. Cosmonaut Variety Hour did a wonderful 2-part compilation talking about all the movies. And it's basically my thoughts. Just, he really loves them. And I think they're they're all right. They're fine for what they are. But he brings up very objectively what's legit good about them, what legit is kind of lame about them too. But he stands by the stuff that's good about them. It's just so damn good. And to me, the stuff that's good is good. So that is my thoughts. Just take it all down a notch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's basically my thought. The number one thing I think is amazing about Harry Potter is it got kids back into reading, because reading was not a thing when I was a kid. I love that Harry Potter got them into it.
Sorry, I just love your proclamation of reading was not a thing when I was a kid.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. Reading was like, it was kind of like Belle and Beauty and the Beast. Like, who's that weird kid reading over there? And I kind of had dyslexia, so I wasn't that big into reading and stuff. But yeah, I just know anyone that was like, oh, look at that kid reading over there. Why aren't they playing? Why aren't they doing that? And now, like, reading is like, there's a ton of young adult books. There's a ton of books that kids read now, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we have one more bit message here. Hunter, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Doug. I saw your review of Jim Carrey, and I see you forgot to talk about Simon Birch, and I was just wondering what you thought of that movie.
Oh, I liked it. I don't know if I got quite the love that some people had for it at the time, but it's a good movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us here today. As usual, we super appreciate it. Please come on back. We do have content here 5 days a week, including Doug's triumphant return on Friday night to Star Wars. He said he was finishing the whole thing, but I think what he really means is he's finishing the
Oh,
prequels.
the 3 movies.
Yeah, he's not doing 4,
we'll
5, and
finish
6
part
too.
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll finish part 3. Yeah, if there's time, I'll start part 4. But yeah, mainly finishing up 3.
Yeah, 100%. So come on back tomorrow, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, etc., etc., etc. We'll be here. Have a wonderful evening. We are all going to go raid Tamra. And yeah, we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.